So welcome to the Thursday evening stream. It's later than usual, so I'm gonna have to, well, I don't have to, but I'm gonna start to do the streams at 9:30 in the evening, which I know is quite late for lots of people, but it's an hour later than usual. But it's just easier currently because of the whole lockdown situation. The kids aren't being active, so they're not so tired, so it's hard to force them to bed at 8:30. So I it's easier for us all to do it a bit later. So yeah, so I'm just going to do it at 9:30 until I don't. For now, we'll see. Maybe it's easier for other people as well having it at 9:30, so who knows, we'll see. But yeah, it's definitely easier for me, so I'm gonna stick to 9:30 for a while. So welcome. So yeah, so the new speeches I do these streams at 9:30 on Thursday evening, and you watch here on YouTube, and you can ask questions during the stream through Skype, and my Skype address is Rebekah Maroon. It's all written below as well, below the video. So yeah, that's the format. I start with a introduction, and then I open for questions through Skype. And there's no title this evening, so I'm just gonna see what comes out about the subject of non-duality. So the most obvious question is, what is non-duality? It's always a great starting point if there are no words coming. What is non-duality? Well, what is being spoken about here isn't something special or extraordinary, and yet it's the most special and extraordinary thing there is, and that is this. That is life. That is what is happening. It's the most special and extraordinary thing there is, what is happening. And what is happening can be anything. What is happening is life happening. Life happening. Which I can see how that doesn't sound very special or very extraordinary, as it's just this, just the way it is. Nothing special or unusual about this. We're familiar with this. We're used to this. So why is this so special? Why is this worth even talking about? Why is it worth having meetings and retreats and talks about this subject, this life happening? This can't be what I'm looking for. This can't be it. These are the kinds of thoughts and ideas that I'm assuming pop up. Why is it worth giving up the whole world, essentially, the whole world, all of my ideas and projections, all of my desires? Why is it worth giving all that up for this subject, for non-duality? Like, why am I saying non-duality is more special than winning the lottery or getting the husband or partner, or getting the millionaire mansion, or being famous, or what else is there? Getting working out, getting a toned body, the perfect physique. Why am I saying that those things aren't as special as non-duality, or aren't as important as non-duality? I'm not really saying that actually, but that can be kind of the way the mind might express it or interpretate it. And in a way, I am kind of saying that. I am kind of saying that, but I'm not saying that in the sense that those things aren't pleasurable or those things aren't worth working towards. If you desire to have a mansion and to be prosperous, and there's lots of things about that, about the secret, about attracting your lifestyle you want to have, and I'm in no way saying those things aren't worthwhile. Having a partner, having a mansion, having a good body, whatever it is, these human pleasures, worldly pleasures, they're totally okay, and there's nothing wrong with the desire or the moving towards certain things. But what is being spoken about and being expressed is that none of these things, these pleasures, none of these highs, these achievements, are what you're longing for deeply, or what is longed for deeply. There's no experience, there's no thing that will ever be it. So if you can imagine that the highest high, the highest bliss, the highest joy, as wonderful as it is, as enjoyable as it is, the longest orgasm, even the longest orgasm lasted for like an hour, 2 hours, or like the fastest roller coaster at a theme park, or yeah, whatever the highest thing is in your mind, the highest high. It will never do it. It will never. It will never be it. It will never be enough. It will never be the answer. The deepest longing isn't for pleasure. The deepest longing isn't for an experience. And then so to try and say what it is that is longed for is kind of a it's a unexpressible in a way. It's not so easy to express what is longed for. It's easier to say what it isn't. So it isn't in the high, it isn't in the pleasure, it isn't in the joy, it isn't in the bliss, it isn't in the pain either. And then what's left? What's left? And you could say that's what's being spoken about, that which can't be named or pigeonholed or put into a box, that which doesn't belong to pain or pleasure, doesn't belong to the world of experiences, to the world of form, to the world of movement. So then what is left? And what is left is not so appealing to the mind, to this mind-made identity of who I am. It's not so appealing what is left because it's not something. You can't grab it. It can't masturbate over it. It can't hold it. It can't know it. It can't do anything with it. You can't even find it. So it's not so appealing. It's not so appealing to the mind. And so these kinds of talks can seem pretty pointless from the view of that mind, from the view of the person. It can tell its stories of what's the point. Why are we sitting here? Why are we listening to this bullshit? Why are we interested? Why are we going to talks and meetings and things? You can say all these things. I understand, I don't understand. She's saying it wrong. She's a great speaker. She's the worst speaker. Who she thinks she is? Who am I? I'm worthless. I don't know. She knows. She doesn't know. I know better. And none of that is important. None of that is truth. None of that means anything. None of that is leading you anywhere. None of that belongs to anyone. Just like the seeing or the hearing or the feeling. The thinking doesn't belong to anyone. It's not true. Even though it's saying me and mine and you and yours and theirs and ours and inside, outside, before, after, even though it's saying all these things, it's creating all these things, it's drawing and imagining all these things, it's labeling and describing all these things, all these feelings and ideas. It means nothing. It all means nothing. This means nothing. This is life happening, and it's not heading somewhere. It's not heading to a future. It's not heading to a better place. We imagine a better place it's heading to. And we believe that projection, we believe that idea, we believe that story of time. It has a place. Stories of time obviously is part of functioning here as humans. There's an ability to tell the time, to plan, to arrange, to function, but it's not anyone's. It's not anyone's functioning or planning or arranging or doing. This doesn't belong to anyone. There is just this happening. It's apparent movement happening. I have a new picture on my wall. I love it. It says everything. It says it all. Oh, this way. This way. Very beautiful. I don't think there'll be many questions because obviously my time has changed. Maybe that's a nice picture. And I never announced it beforehand, so oh no, not the internet. I want Skype. Wrong button. Let's okay, I am online, active, so feel free to send any questions while I am live. I have a new spot. Quite like it, actually. No, I don't. Too big. I'm doing a music theory course. I'm really loving it. It's so cool. It's so cool. Just that flow of creativity, and to understand like some of the theory behind music is really cool. I'm so excited about that. It's making sense. It's so cool. Well, I say it is. I'm grasping parts of it, let's say. It's coming together. Okay, so we have no questions, so I'm gonna maybe leave it there. But yeah, this is the new time from now on, so 9:30. And maybe it's too late for people, I don't know. But hey ho. Hey ho. Okay, thank you for watching, listening, joining. I shall see you next week. Okay, bye.